last week we talked about some natural ways that you can help to boost your immune system, including getting some extra vitamin D. And one person who is a big proponent of the value of a healthy dose of vitamin D is Dr. Ken Redcross. We're so excited to get to chat with him. He's joining us this morning from all the way in New York with why vitamin D testing is critically important right now as we head into cold and flu season, and how it could potentially impact the coronavirus. So Dr. Redcross, thank you so much for joining us. And we've got a lot of sunshine here in Arizona. You visited us in person before. So what do we need to know about vitamin D?
So look, everyone, thanks for having me on, and good morning, Arizona. So look, guys, we're doing all the right stuff, right? We're wearing masks, we're social distancing, we're washing our hands, but now what? And that now what part is vitamin D. Look, we're learning a lot. There's a lot of data coming out about vitamin D, not only for viruses, but maybe for the coronavirus. Not as a treatment, but as some support, because we know vitamin D is incredibly important for our immune system. So the challenge for everyone out there, Olivia, is to make sure that you know what your vitamin D level is, or as I like to say, get on my level.
So tell us about some of the ways that maybe a vitamin D deficiency can show itself. And I have had many friends who have been or have found out through blood tests that they are vitamin D deficient, which is very surprising for those of us who live in Arizona. But I guess it makes sense because we're constantly in using sunscreen and maybe throughout the summer months hiding indoors.
Not only that, you're right, Olivia, a lot of us are working indoors, and also for the minority community where we have more melanin in our skin, which blocks the sun rays. And then you keep in mind that we don't have a lot of vitamin D in our diet as well. So that's why it's incredibly important to get your levels tested. You know, it's a little bit more difficult now to just run into the doctor's office and have the levels done. You can go to a website called thepowerofd.org, and there, Olivia, you can order an at-home test kit. It's delivered, you send the results in, and then after you get the results, you can actually plug your numbers in the calculator on the website and see how much vitamin D you can be taking. But vitamin D is just becoming increasingly important. The studies are showing it, and the sweet spot is between 40 and 60 to make sure you're getting all of the benefits that vitamin D can provide for us.
So if you find that you're below that, Dr. Redcross, what do you think the best way is to repair it?
You know, one of the better ways, as I mentioned, and to your first question, I'm sorry, is just to make sure that some people who are lower in vitamin D really have that sense of fatigue and being a little run down. One of the better ways to do it, everyone, is through supplementation. If you guys know me, I'm on the natural side of healing, but vitamin D isn't really very high in our diet, so you have to supplement it with something. And it's even more important with the flu season coming, because when the flu season comes, Olivia, we know what to expect. But now that we're dealing with the coronavirus, you know, it's kind of a mystery. So vitamin D that I really feel can be a game changer for a lot of us.
Dr. Redcross, I mean, of course, anytime we go into cold and flu season, we want to think about immune boosting and getting the rest that we need and the healthy foods that we need. But now, as people are approaching cold and flu season, while a pandemic is still happening and the way that coronavirus seems to be changing, what do you think we should be doing maybe extra this year that we wouldn't have thought about before?
You know, this year, I think we need to really take our health into our own hands. As I mentioned, we're doing the best that we can with the mask, the distancing, and hand washing. But that's why this vitamin D story is so important, Olivia, because there's a lot of things we know and a lot of things we don't know about the coronavirus. But the big thing we do know is that we need a healthy immune system as we're going into this cold and flu season with the coronavirus on top. So make sure you test your levels. Like I said, I'm challenging everyone out there to get on my level between 40 and 60. Let's do it. I want everyone to send me messages. Let me know your vitamin D level.
Dr. Redcross, you are one of the most energetic people that I've ever had the fun of talking with. So I do want to be on your level. So we're going to do that. Thank you so much. You stay well.
Welcome. Take care, everybody, and stay well.